Hi, I'm Dina Beluigi, the Program Director for the Masters in Higher Education at Queen's University in Belfast, which is one of our postgraduate options in the field of higher education. We've designed a comprehensive interdisciplinary curriculum that recognizes that the roles played by higher education in society and by individuals within higher education institutions are best served by engaging with education as the key to transformation, to equality, and to the quality of learning in this digital age. Responding to a growing need for cross-functional integration of policies with practices in higher education, our intellectually rich modules, which I'll speak to you about in this presentation, foster a learning culture of leadership and development, of innovation and evaluation. The MSc in Higher Education enables institutional enhancement in addition to professional career advancement of those driving and those supporting academic matters. The program emphasizes a concerted relationship between the often separated areas of educational development and scholarship for those working within higher education, be that from policymakers through to academic and administrative staff, officers, advisors, and evaluations of institutions, non-for-profit organizations, and governmental agencies concerned with learning, with research, and with civic engagement in higher education. Whether you want to assure or inspire that which is within your realm of influence, to shape a collective vision going forward, or to purposefully strengthen the implementation and impact of a strategy, we will ensure that your processes are research-informed. The MSc is a 3-year part-time qualification. In the first year, concepts and debates which are central to the contemporary academic project are engaged with, including the purposes of higher education, knowledge, adult learning and teaching, curriculum, assessment, and evaluation. The second year is designed to diversify and enhance participants' knowledge of approaches to research in higher education, while deepening their engagement with current discourses and developments. And then the third year culminates in an opportunity for participants to demonstrate the masteries they've learned of a complex, specialized area of knowledge and of methodological skills when conducting research or implementing advanced professional activity. The full master's is advised for the most comprehensive experience. However, we've built in annual exit points to allow for flexibility in relation to individual and, where applicable, institutional planning. I'll indicate to you how this works. The first module of the course is Higher Education Learning and Teaching. With the rapidly changing nature of higher education globally, participants of this module will deepen their conceptual understanding of the constructed nature of the role of higher education, learning, teaching, and knowledge construction at the local and global level, in order to develop their framework of higher education for their practice and their research. Through a rich diversity of resources, peer interaction, and blended learning activities, enabling conditions are provided for participants to identify and articulate their thinking and practices in relation to institutional, national, and international approaches and expectations, and to consider their role in enhancing the academic project. The second module looks at how curricula frame the nature and quality of adult engagement in higher education, both in relation to student learning, the development of staff as academics and researchers, and larger institutional cultures. In this module, participants' conceptual understanding of orientations to curricula and assessment in higher education will be enhanced as they design, implement, and interpret curricula in their various roles. Higher education institutions are often beset by gaps and mismatches between policy research and what is practiced. To address this, in the third module, participants engage with concept principles and case studies of practices of evaluation in higher education to guide principled and innovative change in their individual practice and systemically. An emphasis of this module is to equip individuals to use evaluation as a form of research, developing their knowledge of the multiple sources, methods, and analytical approaches to collecting and generating qualitative and quantitative data, to provide evidence to internal stakeholders, and external stakeholders, and to enhance practices and inform policies. At the end of this first year, participants who have successfully completed these 3 modules may exit with a postgraduate certificate. If you choose to progress to the second year, your research skills will be greatly enhanced, in addition to your knowledge of at least 2 key areas of higher education for the future. To support this growth, the module Approaches to Research in Higher Education is designed in acknowledgement that higher education institutions are increasingly facing pressure for accountability. This module enables participants to develop knowledge of the central methodological orientations characteristic of studies in higher education, and the skills to provide evidence of claims made, to support informed decision-making, and to elicit insights into the significance of institutional structures and cultures. We envisage accountability not so much as top-down pressure based on externally determined criteria, but as a process for ensuring the value of public investment in higher education and to encourage societal dialogue on the civic role of the sector. Topics build capacity for the research journey, from making principled choices about the sources, methods, and analytical approaches, to the ways in which to initiate research through proposals, applications, peer reviews, and to disseminate findings and recommendations, whether for presentation, institutional reports, international publication, policy briefings, or digital communication. In the second year, participants make a choice of 2 elective modules, which I'll discuss now briefly. The first module you could choose enables participants to debate their role in transforming higher education and to consider the role of higher education in transforming society. Engagement with models of higher education and adult education traditions will enable participants to focus on navigating the tensions, interests, and purposes which underpin transformation in higher education, including those of neoliberalism, social justice, internationalization, civic responsibility, and community engagement. Mapping institutional concerns through concepts such as structure, culture, and agency, the multidisciplinary lenses of our research expertise will enable participants to explore leadership, legacy, identity, representation, and change in their own contexts. Equality in higher education has been approached in divergent ways globally, growing development as a field to support access at various levels. The module Access, Success, and Challenge in Higher Education enables participants to approach this challenge from a meta level by stratifying global approaches into structural access, access for success, and access to challenge. We explore the way access initiatives should not simply be about helping new communities to fit in the existing structure of higher education, but how the meaning and practice of that culture should shift and evolve as a consequence of societal dialogue on the social role and purpose of higher education. The module will enable participants to engage with the ways in which individual agency and institutional structures and cultures enable, constrain, safeguard, and open access to knowledge for those stakeholders negotiating the public, private, and common good of higher education. Quality is contested within higher education as it relates to legitimation, power, and risk. However, it holds the lever to drive institutional transformation. The module Quality for and of Higher Education engages participants in debates as to how quality in higher education is framed, and importantly, how it is operationalized, by bringing together contextual debates into proximity with international, institutional, professional, and progressive models of quality assurance, quality management, and quality enhancement. Throughout the module, participants will explore the formative and summative purposes of quality and the tensions they engender when attempting to safeguard, respond, and innovate quality within curricula, within educational development of staff and of students, and within initiatives for inclusion and transformation. Technology has been an integral feature of adult education since the invention of paper. The digital age has brought with it added complexity, an opportunity for higher education, where an institution's degree of openness shapes its relation to contemporary society. The model Higher Education in a Digital Age provides a focused opportunity to intensely probe the possibilities, problematics, and pragmatics of the digital in participants' higher education contexts in this increasingly connected and surveyed global terrain. Participants will develop a principled framework to negotiate the uncertain, challenging nature of the digital, and will explore the significance for teaching and learning, for research, for civic engagement, and for their own professional advancement. Participants successfully completing the research module and their choice of 2 of the elective modules can progress to the final year of the Masters, or choose to exit with a postgraduate diploma in higher education. Towards enhancing participants' expertise, knowledge, and experience of conducting research about higher education, in the 3rd year, participants are supported as they embark on in-depth projects. Their research journey is facilitated every second of the way through one-on-one supervisory expertise and tutorials and peer groups. Oral, visual, and digital presentation skills, which are developed across the years, then culminate in an authentic and relevant product of relevance for your professional practice, which details your findings and insights while being aligned with international professional standards for postgraduate research. Importantly, the assessment tasks are those which matter to your career and to your professional context. As you can see, this is a world-renowned research-intensive university focused on the needs of society. Our research-led academics are committed to global academic excellence alongside local impact in areas of major societal challenge, working towards transformation processes of peace, inclusion, and justice. Our education research is ranked 4th within the UK for research intensity, with 87% of that assessed as internationally excellent or world-leading. A reason to choose Queen's for this particular program about higher education is Queen's commitment to shape a better world. In terms of this particular program, it is designed to strengthen practices, connect individuals and organizations, and to provide the conditions for the enhancement of higher education in diverse contexts across the globe. It contributes to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals by addressing a need for more informed and participatory decision-making in higher education, and by promoting peace and social justice in transforming communities and organizations through teaching, research, and civic engagement in higher education. Responsive to the changing nature of higher education internationally, the course does not present theories or concepts as canonical. Rather, the program has a strong multidisciplinary orientation, which the School of Social Science Education and Social Work enables, in addition to the multiple perspectives of its international staff and the roles and perspectives of the participants themselves. Conditions are provided for participants to become informed by analyzing and reflecting on individual and institutional thinking and practices, interacting with multiple resources, developing ways to collect, generate, analyze, and evaluate the quality of policies and practices towards enhancing the quality and experience of adult learning and knowledge production in their contexts. Another reason why this particular master's would work well for you is the learning environment. It's an intellectually stimulating program designed to inspire, provoke, and broaden your thinking and practice going forward. But it's also one that works with flexibility for part-time professional development. What I've emphasized on your screen is that your engagement is facilitated by our academics utilizing blended learning, which includes both synchronous and independent digital interactions. In the first year, each of the 6-week modules include a week-long place-based component on the Belfast campus. But where institutions commit a minimum group enrollment from a specific locations, alternative arrangements may be made for us to provide these in-person interactions off campus. From the 2nd year onwards, our interactions are facilitated fully online. Such virtual interactions enable cross-institutional and transnational connections, in addition to building your critical digital capacity as you gain experiential knowledge of educational technologies. Your experiential engagement with technologies through this blended learning program is a central learning objective of the program. As you may know, as higher education institutions respond to the ways in which professionals engage in the workplace and how knowledge is collected, presented, and communicated in the world beyond its boundaries, so learning has become increasingly more diverse, and conventions of residential arrangements at universities and learning engagements have become diversified. Many institutions throughout the world now incorporate an aspect of e-learning within their provision. As such, the blended learning experience in this program is designed to enhance your learning processes as an individual first, while building your capacity for digital communication and digital creation useful for your professional development and research practice. The opportunity the Masters in Higher Education provides for you to reflect on your experiential learning of such technologies is crucial for considering the contextual validity of such application in your practice, in addition to more abstract and conceptual engagement within the formal content of the modules. Support for your digital capacity is integrated within each module. This extends from accessing learning and research resources and materials to creating digital representations and artifacts of your learning. Importantly, it enables both structured and informal social engagements with your peer participants. In addition, opportunities are provided for specific aspects of educational technologies to be engaged with within the content and the method of each module. The elective module focusing on the digital in higher education offered in the second year is particularly in-depth. Such holistic engagement is designed to enhance participants' critical thinking in addition to their creativity in relation to digital aspects of higher education. In whatever role you play within the larger ecology of higher education, this qualification will give you the edge. Through its processes, you will be enabled to assure the quality of current practices through benchmarking with international policies and case studies. Our modules provide the conditions for you to affirm your approaches to external stakeholders, and where relevant, go beyond this to enhance quality and challenge the status quo. It will enable you to make informed judgments about the validity of arguments of best practice for your context and purposes, and to inform the ways in which you refine and innovate towards next practice. It will enable you to envisage ways forward in which the quality of current practices may be extended and enhanced, and innovations be infused. In the process, the field of higher education will be made accessible to you to increase your publication output, your research funding, and your impact. It will also enable opportunities for stakeholders and collaborators to inform the quality, equality, and transformation of academic aspects of higher education in this digital age. In addition to supporting you to generate data and feedback from various participants in higher education, the program enables interdisciplinary and international connections, collaboration, and mobility. In addition, the MSc can enhance your institution. The Masters enhances the quality of academic management and support staff, putting them in a strong position to lead higher education discussions with international standing. This is because, unlike many other programs or workshops run by professional organizations, this Masters connects institutional development with quality enhancement within the international academic field of higher education studies. In so doing, it brings together various people from within organizations to be dynamically and responsibly engaged with their institution's vision and purposes, bringing alignment of policies and aspirations with implementations and experience in practice. Here is some information on me as the course convener, with my own biography and an outline of my expertise as a higher education practitioner and researcher in the international field of higher education studies. I'm joined here at Queen's by colleagues steeped in debates, research, and progressive practices with organizations and societies in transition. Many of these colleagues have researched educational concerns here in Northern Ireland, in Ireland itself, which is part of the European Union, in other locations within the United Kingdom, and internationally. While I bring extensive expertise in educational development, particularly related to staff development and equity in the Global South, my colleagues bring expertise in educational leadership, organizational change, the development, evaluation, and implementation of policy and practice, and larger concerns to do with the ecology of adult education in our radically changing times. I look forward to engaging with you on this course, to debating and exploring the possibilities for change in your own context. Please contact me directly with your questions about this course or link up with me socially on Twitter. You might be asking, what is required to apply? Well, a step-by-step guide on the application and admission process is available. I'd like to stress that as diversity is a rich resource within any organizational structure, particularly higher education institutions, which are producers and constructors of knowledge, so we welcome participants from varied disciplinary backgrounds and levels of professional experience. Most importantly is willingness to engage with matters of national and international significance in higher education, and an openness to contribute challenging ideas and approaches. Importantly, as much of the course relates to actual practice and not theoretical engagement in isolation, it is expected that you either work within or have access to conduct research within a higher education institution. But please note that this includes NGOs and quality assurance agencies who are associated with higher education, of course. And what qualifications are needed? As the first year of the program offers a broad introduction to higher education, it's not necessary to have a previous degree in higher education for participating in the 3 foundation modules. What is required is what is known in the UK as a 2-2 honours degree or above in any subject discipline. If you're an international applicant, refer to the Your Country section in Queen's website for advice on the comparability with UK qualifications at the appropriate level. Applications are submitted online via the Postgraduate Applications portal. For advice on that process, please contact this email address, postgrad.admissions@qub.ac.uk. There are English language requirements and visa and immigration requirements. I'm well aware that these may seem intimidating. Queen's provides a high level of support and advice on UK study visas. However, because only 3 weeks of the first year are place-based in Belfast, which is part of the United Kingdom, much of this pressure is reduced. Tuition fees for the MSc in Higher Education are standard postgraduate taught fees for part-time courses. To reiterate, this is the portals to submit your application. I'd also like to encourage you to have a look at the courses offered at our school and within the larger university community. Queen's has much to offer,